everyone, I'm Flossy, back again, reviewing another 3 Eurovision songs today. Slightly losing the will to live at the moment. As you may guess by my accent, I'm currently in a lot of snow, and I've been working because I live close to work, so I am losing the will to live at the moment, which is just great. As usual, songs will be ranked out of 3. Best song 3 points, or favourite song 3 points, least favourite song 1 point. The first song I will be looking at today is Denmark, I think it's pronounced Rasmussen, and the song is called Higher Ground. This song is in English. I had actually seen the whole song the whole way through before, as I had watched the end of the Danish national final, Dance Melody Grand Prix, I believe. I watched the top 3 contestants. So I'd already, I can't talk today. So I'd already seen it the whole way through. In regards to the actual song, I really like the song. It's got a great build. The chorus is really strong. I think it builds up and the payoff is absolutely fantastic. And I think it's a very simple song, but it's also very effective. It gets you, you notice it. Vocally, he is a very strong vocalist, similar to Albania's. He actually has a musical theatre background. I'm a massive musical theatre nerd, so that pleases me very much. And one thing I find very impressive, I think it's related to his musical background. He has really good diction, which is sort of how clear the words you're singing actually are. And for someone who's singing not in their native language, if you've got really good diction in a language you're not used to, that's brilliant in my book at least. Staging wise, it's really simple, somewhat like the song. Very simple blue lighting and staging. There's like a couple of flags stood up around the place, and it's also very visually memorable. Everyone's kind of noticed it's like a Viking or Game of Thrones. He actually looks like someone from Game of Thrones, so that's very good for nowadays. It's very relevant. He actually has 4 backing singers throughout it, and the only weird bit about it is they do this marching, and I'm like watching it going, okay, that's a bit weird, alright, but I suppose that's the only bit of choreography they can do. And it's in time, so at least they're not out of time, marching horribly against each other. And the payoff, staging-wise, there's this moment where he does this sort of big note and he goes into it, and the camera kind of swoops around him. And you see the lighting and, like, he's got a wind machine, and it's just this visually striking image, which I found really good. In conclusion, I know for some people regard it as quite a Marmite song, but I loved it in particular. It's just, I don't know what it is, I just do love it. And it's very memorable, which is good because it will stand out. It's very different compared to a lot of the other songs we've had so far this year. We've had about just over half now, and it's just, you're going to remember this song. The second song I'm going to talk about is the song from France. It's by Madame Monsieur, and it's called Mercy. And like most French entries, it's in French. And I think this is actually the first song in a while which has no English in. Last year, because I think there were some issues in regards to the release of the timing of the song, they had to put some of the chorus in English, and the year before the chorus was in English again. So this will be the first song in a while completely in French, unless I've got a really bad memory and there is some in English, in which case, sorry. The actual song I found really nice. It's very calm. It's just a chill song. Like, you're listening to it and going, yeah, just chill. It's very simple, but at the same time, like I've said before, I don't understand the language, but you listen to it and you get the sense there's something important about it. I don't know what. The fact that the song is called Mercy, even though she's referring to Mercy being her actual name, it can sort of take on a double meaning, like having mercy on people and all of that. So it kind of gives you an important message as well. Vocally, I can't fault it. Like, she's got very good vocals. Just stands out. There's no, like, I don't think there's any, like, really big, like, powerful notes. Like, she's not the type who will do a big, like, Whitney Houston thing. But that's not to say her voice isn't also strong. So, vocally, she is very good. Staging-wise, like Denmark, in fact, even more so than Denmark, it's very simple. I think she handled the stage very good. I think the last two contestants, they've sort of got lost on the stage a bit. Like, I thought the last two French entries have been brilliant because I really like the song and I think they are good at staging wise, like handling the stage. But sometimes you can get lost on a stage, and she didn't seem to. The only thing is, like, the stage will obviously be a lot bigger in Portugal, so it's like if she can translate to there. And here, of course, but you're mainly focusing on the actual singer, not the other band member, sorry. In conclusion, I don't want this to sound bad, but it's a very French song. Everything about it is French. Like, it's so chill. Like, oh yeah, I'm French. I don't care. I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna even try the French accent because I'm gonna insult someone. And the costumes are so French. They're just like polo neck, all in black. And you're just like, oh yeah, they are the French people. It's a very intimate song as well. I'm not, like I've said, I don't know how much it'll fit in with a bigger stage when they get to actual Eurovision, but it's a very intimate song. The performance is intimate, the staging is intimate, which is quite nice. And the whole thing is very simple, which is also effective. I will admit, it's not my favourite song, but it's a nice song. I do like it, I just don't love it. The final song is Germany's song. It's by Michael Schultz. I'm sorry I've pronounced that wrong. And the song is called You Let Me Walk Along. It's in English, and this is actually the first song that was completely brand new to me. I hadn't heard any of it before. In regards to the actual song, it's very simple. The opening is very simple, and it actually reminded me of Ed Sheeran, which for me is a good thing. I like Ed Sheeran. I think actually has some quite good parallels. Like, it's so simple, you know, it has the relatable message, you know, stuff. That's one of the reasons why Ed Sheeran is so successful, because like you get him, you get what he's singing. I know he can be quite Marmite, but this is just, everything about that reminded me of this song. So, and there is an orchestral burst at one point in the song, which for me it surprised me, and it was incredibly beautiful at the same time. So overall, I thought the actual song was quite beautiful. It was a very beautiful song. I really liked it. In regards to vocals, like the other two, he's a very good vocalist, very strong. I think he, like France, has a very sort of minimalist kind of, the song is simple, and I think his voice reflects that, not in a bad way, but he can handle the simplicity of it. I always think you don't really notice as much with some simple vocalists. Like, I always think of the Carpenters and ABBA. Their voices don't sound like, they're not the big belters, but their songs are very hard to sing. And so I always think they're incredible vocalists, which they are, to be fair. So that's what the kind of simplicity element of the vocals, which I think are very strong, is. Staging wise, once again, it's a very simple stage. He just lets his voice and his performance do the talking. There were some pictures in the background. There was like family pictures, which was quite sweet as well. Overall, I think it's a very sweet song. My only issue is I'm not sure how memorable it is. Germany's automatically going to qualify for the final, so it's got to stand out amongst 22 other songs on the night, and it won't have had a semi-final to perform the whole song before. So I don't know how memorable it will be. It has actually been only a week since I first heard it, so gradually over time I've come to really like it. I actually had it stuck in my head today, which I think once again is like an Ed Sheeran song. Like, they don't initially stand out to me, his songs, when I first hear them, but after a while I'm like, oh, I really like this song, and that's what this song is for me. I think it's the strongest German song in a while, and I think it deserves to do better than the past few. They've ranked very low. They were at the bottom place for like 2 or 3 years in a row, and last year only lifted slightly above that. I think this deserves to do a lot better. I think Salvador winning last year has had an influence over the songs so far. They're very simple. 2 out of these 3 songs are so simple. So far only, to me, Denmark and Belarus have gone for something else. And I think even though I haven't spoken about all the other songs that have been released so far, a lot of people have noticed a kind of trend of these kind of ballads, a lot of them being in their own language. And this says to me that last year has been so influential over them. My ranking for these ones is going to be, I'm only going to give Germany 1 point. I love the song, like I said, it's grown on me, but when you have one shot to just perform, it's got to stand out, and initially it didn't stand out that much to me. I'm going to give 2 points to France. I know for the masses, most people love this song. It's a lot of people's top song. Unfortunately, I'm not going with the masses. I don't love the song. I think it's a very good song. I think it's got a very good meaning behind it. Even if you don't understand it, you know there's an important meaning. But, like I said, I just don't particularly like it. Well, it's not that I don't like it. I don't love it. I do like it. I think it's chill, but it's one of those songs I'm not going to actively choose to listen to. And obviously that means my 3 points are going to Denmark. Maybe Marmite, but I love that song. It's intense, it's strong, it stands out. And he looks like Tormund from Game of Thrones, which is always a funny thing for me. Now, as you can see, the leaderboard is currently standing with Denmark and the Czech Republic at the top with 3 points. And then at the bottom, Germany and Albania have only 1 point between them. But this can all change in more weeks. Additionally, I found the first 6 songs that I've looked at so far, they're very strong. I'm really enjoying them. I know there's, from the little tidbits I've heard of other songs, that there are other songs that I'm not going to enjoy so much. But for these 6, the first 6 I've seen, even if I don't particularly like the song, I like the performance, I like the vocals. There's something about them that makes me think, yes, this is going to be a good Eurovision. Anyway, I am Flossy, and ta-ta!